Hey y'all. I just wanted to tell you something that has been a past experience of mine that I just want to put out here. Sometimes it can be really hard whenever you're going through something, a change in life, a potential change in life, and you're thinking to yourself, I have this option, or I could scratch all those options and do something totally different. It's not just me that I'm thinking about. I have a spouse, I have children, I have other family that need me. But I feel the Lord maybe calling me to do this or see my life potentially taking another path. And if you're seeking the Lord about where He wants you to go, sometimes it's really hard to separate what the Lord is directing you to versus what I emotionally am leading myself to. Sometimes it's hard to decide what voice it is that I'm actually hearing. Am I hearing my own voice over God's voice? There are so many things that I could say about this, but I just want to lead you down one specific train of thought. In my experience, and I have gone through a lot of moves in my life and my marriage, including with my children. I've gone through some job changes. I've had one specifically where I've had to really take a leap of faith in the job that I was going to because it was 100% commission based. So that was a big leap of faith. But sometimes it's even with your church. You know, you feel like maybe the Lord may be calling you to something else, another church family. Whatever it is, when you take your emotions and you try to set them to the side and you look at the opportunities that are in front of you, in my case, whatever opportunity gives the most peace or is the easiest to accomplish, that in my case has always been the way that the Lord was trying to lead me. He tends to put all the pieces and the blocks in place for the things that He has for you. He prepares the way for you. Now, the money may not look the way that you want it to look. The town that you're moving to may not be the most desirable. There's all these things that we get in our head and go, but the money's not. Well, the town's not. Or, you know, the houses are not what I would want. Or we couldn't afford what we have now. You know, we get in our own way a lot of times. And our emotions and our wants really start to cloud our judgment. And because of that, we can't really hear the voice of the Lord. And that's because our voice is louder in our mind than the Lord's voice. And sometimes we just obviously pray, seek the Lord. But really, if I've ever just taken all the thought process out, look at each thing as simply as possible, and then go, which one's the easiest? What's the easiest transition for me? In my own life, that's been the way the Lord has led. The money will always figure itself out. The community or the housing situation or the school zones or whatever else it may be that you're worried about, they tend to work themselves out. But the Lord paves your road when you're following Him. He lays it out. He takes a lot of that guesswork out of there for us. So I challenge you to, the next time there's a decision to go left or go right, to seek the Lord before you ever even take that step and really figure out which one's the most peaceful. Because our God is a God of peace.